Hi guys, it's Riley. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you want to subscribe, feel free to subscribe, and let's get on with the video. I feel like today is going to be a very long video, so I'm gonna keep it quick, keep it short. Two people made videos about Nikocado Avocado, and these two people used to be somewhat friends, somewhat acquaintances. The first person I'm gonna talk about, it seems like he used to be like friends, maybe even an acquaintance to Nick. Nick played violin at his wedding, so I'm pretty sure like they were on some sort of friendship at the time. And the second person I'm going to be talking about, Brianna Jackson. She was friends with Nick. She filmed videos with Nick, and we are going to be hearing what she has to say about Nick now. First guy I'm going to be talking about, channel name is Symbolic Solutions, and he made a video titled Nikocado Avocado Copyright Strike My Channel. And I thought this was very interesting because remember when the stuff with Veronica Wang and Shukbang happened back in like 2018, when he made a huge deal about false copyright strikes, how you're not supposed to do that. He made the copyright strike thing a huge deal because it is a huge deal if you falsely copyright strike someone else's channel, and he was making Veronica Wang look like such like the bad guy because she did that, when apparently Nick has done that in the past. And maybe he wasn't educated on the copyright rules, all of that kind of stuff. That could be the case. He could have not been educated and did it without, you know, not even like knowing everything. We don't know the situation, but I feel like that's really weird how he was like going in on Veronica when he did the same thing in the past. Let's go. I'm gonna like dissect this person's video because it has so much information about Nick. It is truly insane. Okay, so this is what he starts off by saying. He talks about his first encounter with Nick, and this is what he says.
I think it all starts in 2012, where I make a video called Utopia or Oblivion. It's about how we're all crazy humans who made a big mess and now we gotta clean it up. He saw the video, he loved it so much that later he freaking downloads it and cuts it up and makes the same exact video in his words, except using a lot of my words with my imagery in the same sequences. But that's not why I'm mentioning that video. I'm mentioning it because he saw it, and that's the first reason he contacted me. He said, "I loved your video so much" on Facebook Messenger, and that's when we started talking. From then on, our conversations were mostly about video equipment, my video equipment in particular, in the same sort of ways that he was talking to Stephanie Sue about all her fancy nice stuff, her security systems. I don't think he was necessarily being creepy with her. He didn't want to mess with her security systems or nothing. This is what he does. He finds somebody with fancy nice things that he wants, and he learns about them, so maybe he can have them in the future. But I think it is interesting to note that he was never wanting to be my friend or learn things about me as a person. It was always about my video equipment.
Okay, so in 2014 he meets up with Nick at a fruit festival, and at the time he was about to get married, so he asked Nick if he would play violin at their wedding, and Nick was like, "Oh yeah, of course I'll play violin." And he actually made a Facebook post, and he posts the receipts on here. And then later on, the guy, I'm pretty sure his name is Rainey, he made a Facebook post. You know, he's thanking everyone for coming to the wedding, and then he forgets to mention Nick in the Facebook post. And Nick gets very mad at that, and then he notices that he didn't thank him in the post, but him and his wife did thank him in person for playing the violin at his wedding. So once he realizes that he forgot to thank him in the Facebook post, he automatically edits it, redoes it, so he is mentioned in the post. And then later on, he says that Nick makes a video trying to discredit him and the wedding, saying that he should have gotten paid for what he did, even though he kind of volunteered and he was kind of asked.
Getting married to my wife Anna, and he is playing violin at our wedding. He was asked to play because people knew he played. He volunteered, was happy to volunteer, was excited to volunteer. I say all this because later he makes a video full of lies saying that they should have paid him, and he totally tries to destroy this festival unfairly in so many dishonest ways. But anyways, he plays for our wedding. He does a beautiful job. Unfortunately, when I'm making a post thanking everybody on Facebook, I forget to mention him. I think that's the first thing that I do that really him off. I think he made a comment or something. Somebody made a comment that brought to attention that I didn't thank him. So I immediately went on the post and edited the post and thanked him, said he did a beautiful job. But anyways, I think that's the first thing I did that really bothered him. Second thing I did was I came up to him to thank him in person for doing what he did at the wedding. And I was really socially awkward back then, like super socially awkward. Like I hated talking to people, couldn't look people in the eyes. I didn't want to be talking. It's a whole nother story, but like I was just super awkward, right? And so I thanked him. It was probably something like this. I was like, hey, Nick, thanks for playing at my wedding. Or something. Then I walked away awkwardly. It was like terrible. It was really bad, right? And he took it really personally. Like I didn't want to be his friend. Like I was trying to avoid him or something like that. I don't know exactly what he was thinking, but I imagine it was something along those lines. So that's the second thing I did.
So then Nick gets into some drama with a community on YouTube, on Facebook. And allegedly Nick was using that drama to plug his YouTube channel and, you know, gain monetary gain from what's going on with the drama. And this guy noticed it and he just sent him like a little message basically sharing his opinion about the situation, and maybe he shouldn't be doing that and it kind of looks bad. And he showed the messages and he showed the proof, and he did it in a very nice way. He said it like a couple days later or something around those lines. He gets a copyright strike from a guy named Carlos Plaus, and I'll let him explain the rest for you because he does a better job explaining it than me.
He was at war with this community, right? And so he was making drama videos about how he can eat high fat and it's fine and blah blah blah. And yeah, I agree, you can eat however you want. That's not where our beef came from. Our beef came from him using this drama on Facebook to plug his YouTube channel. I just felt like it was shady. It wasn't done with integrity. But I came up to him in private message and said, yo, inspect your integrity. You're making a lot of drama on Facebook and using it to plug your YouTube channel to get more views. I felt like I was friends enough with him where I could give a little constructive criticism. But no, I couldn't. That was a big mistake. That really came off. So in the coming days after that, I get a strike on my YouTube channel. It says, Carlos Plaus put a strike on this video, said that you used footage that was his. It was actually a YouTube video where I did use somebody else's footage. I didn't really know what I was doing back then. I shouldn't have done it. But it wasn't Carlos Plaus. It was not somebody named Carlos Plaus's footage. So I look into Carlos Plaus. I find out that the only comments it's ever made, the only channel it's had any engagement on is Nicocado's, and the comments were ridiculous. They were like, oh my god, you're so amazing. You're like the coolest YouTuber ever. And it became painfully obvious that it was a fake account, and Nick was using it to not only put a strike on my channel, but to garner support, fake support on his own channel. And so I asked him, hey Nick, this Carlos Plaus guy seems to like you a lot. Will you ask him to, maybe because he's so much your fan, will you ask him maybe to please take this strike off my channel? And he's like, yeah, sure, of course. And he was like, oh, after like a week went by or something, he's like, yeah, I tried, he didn't answer. I have a whole video about this. You can watch the details about this. But basically, I say, as a way to kind of get this copy strike off my back and also kind of prove that it's Nick, I say, hey, it's okay. I know how I can find out who it is. I'm a computer nerd. I'm a hacker. I can find out his IP address as soon as I dispute the claim. 10 minutes after I send that to Nick, the claim is taken off my YouTube account. Obviously Nick who did it.
So then he says that in 2015 they meet again at Woodstock Food Festival, and Nick comes up to him and he admits that he was the fake account that copyright striked his channel, which this guy knew all along clearly. And he said that he did it for two reasons. One of the reasons, super personal, didn't want to talk about it. He says that he did it because he was jealous of him and his skills and his camera equipment and just his YouTube skills in general. This guy noted that Nick never really wanted to be his friend. Nick wanted to know more about this guy's craft, like his secret, so Nick can get, like, personally gain off of him. And I guess when Nick saw that he was doing good or whatever, he just got jealous and he wanted to destroy him. Like, it was clear. If you want to copyright strike someone's channel, like, that's, you're out to destroy that person and their channel, because if you have 3, you're done, your channel gets deleted. And you know, no one wants their channel deleted. Like, that's like, someone's YouTube channel is someone's like child. Okay, my YouTube channel is like my firstborn child. I never want this deleted, you know? Like, you put all your effort and all your work, like your hard work, into this thing. Like, it seems like he was out to get him from day one. And when this guy was trying to be a friend, giving him a little bit of constructive criticism, Nick did not like that. He saw it as like a whole different type of way, which is very interesting. And this stuff happened back in like 2015. Like, we're noticing a pattern. We are noticing a pattern. Someone does something that Nick doesn't like, he exposes them. So then he explains that Nick made a total of like 9 videos talking about how much he loves this festival, praising it if you would. And then he makes a couple of videos talking about how much he hates it. Why would he make so many videos about how he likes it, videos about how he all of a sudden hates it? And this guy explains that at the time Nick was eating cooked foods and people in the raw vegan community didn't like that. And you know, it's honestly, he explains that yeah, it's a stupid reason, it's just cooked food, but Nick saw it as like an attack. Like, this community was like attacking him, so now he has to destroy this community. You get what I'm saying? I'll let him explain it.
9 videos, 120 minutes or more. That's like a full film about how much he loves this festival. 6-day festival, 9 videos. He loved it, right? I'm saying this because it wasn't a few months later that he is trying to destroy this festival. He's trying to bring it down, trying to end it, literally trying to end it. With lies, of course, with manipulations, with half-truths, with incredible dishonest tactics that I guess I'll get into. But here's why. Let's get into this first. Here's why, after 9 videos of praise, he makes 3 videos trying to destroy the Woodstock Fruit Festival. He started eating cooked food, and some people within the community had some stuff to say about that. Stupid stuff to say, I will admit. They said things like, oh, he's lost his way. Oh, he's fallen off the path, fallen off the wagon. He's returned to eating toxic food. Stupid stuff. I agree that it's stupid stuff. I agree that there's a lot of stupid things and people within the raw food movement. He did not like that one little bit, so here comes the pattern again. He gets offended, tries to destroy whoever offends him, and in this case, he saw it as the whole community trying to offend him. So what does he do? He makes many videos about how raw food is bad, an eating disorder, and how raw vegans are insane, and how the Woodstock Fruit Festival, the largest fruit festival in the world, is a freaking insane place where they starve their volunteers and they pull coconuts out of the trash and make food out of them and feed them to the people who are paying way too much money, and they wouldn't let him have a wedding there, and he insinuated it was because he was gay, and all this stuff because he got offended. He's now trying to destroy. This is his pattern. This is what he does.
So this guy is the Woodstock videographer at the time. So he posted on Facebook that he is going to make a whole video in the festival and defending like their name, their credibility, and everything like that. Well, Nick saw it and he decided to come out with like a 40-minute long video before this guy had the chance to come out with his video, basically discrediting this guy's name before he even has the chance to speak, which is honestly, it's horrible. It's honestly horrible. And I feel so bad for this guy. He has so many more receipts about Nick and his pattern of exposing people. His pattern of Nick sees something, he doesn't like it. He has a fit of rage, a fit of anger. He has all these emotions like bottled up in him, and then he makes a video about it. And we see this from time and time and time again on Nick's channel of him being so mad about something that he has to film a video that second and pulls all these receipts out, and sometimes not even receipts, just trying to discredit people. He tried to discredit Stephanie, discredit Zach, saying Zach's lying, saying this guy's lying. You know, he's done this so many times. I'm just noticing that this is a pattern that has been going on for a very long time, and I'm so happy this guy like spoke out, because I thought it was just Stephanie, Sue, and Zach Troy, but clearly this has been going on for a very long time. If you want to, I'm gonna link this guy's video in the description below. Please watch it. it to its fullest because it is such a good video about the situation. And then there's this girl named Brianna Jackson. People wanted to know why they weren't friends anymore, and she said that she wasn't going to disclose the exact reason why they weren't friends because obviously she wants to keep that private, and that's 100% fine. But she mentioned voice memos that Nick sent her that are honestly horrible, so I'm gonna add that clip in there.
But you don't realize how you come across to people. You look like a miserable, wet dog. Even Ellie said she's always asking you. And you have this disgusting scowl on your face all the time when we're going to restaurants. Look, Brianna, if you're antisocial, and you're so fucking out of it sometimes. You didn't even see the camera in the kitchen recording me, asking you questions. You didn't see any of it. I have dozens of videos of you treating me like shit, ignoring me, giving me smart-ass responses. The combo of you asking me why, the combo of me asking why you lied about the collab video, the parts of the mukbangs where you acted like a negative lump in the log. I have all of it. You acted like an entitled brat. So, I have the screenshots. I have Ellie's phone call recorded. You have made both of us uncomfortable.
The voice notes were very threatening, and it really showed me his true colours. And again, you guys don't even know the full story.
And the way he just speaks to her is honestly awful. And it's just a pattern. Like, it's a pattern that we are noticing, and that's why, like, his information and her information from 3 years ago is valid, because the same thing that's happening back then is the same thing that is happening now. And it's so crazy to see that, like, history, like, kind of does repeat itself if you don't make a change in who you are as a person. If you're noticing, like, something's, like, toxic about you, all your friends are leaving you, no one wants to be friends with you anymore. If you're noticing that about yourself, you might want to change something about yourself. But it's clear that Nick never changed anything about himself. Stephanie was friends with him. Trisha Paytas, Zach Troy, I don't know if any of them are friends with him anymore. He just lost 3 friends right off the bat who he used to collab with. I found these 2 videos very interesting. I hope you did too. So anyway, like this video if you like this video, subscribe if you want to see more content from me, and I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys. Bye guys, love you.